Alright, welcome back to Elden Ring. We're going to be looking at a bleed build, which is actually an infinite spinning attack bleed build, which is quite strange because it shouldn't even exist. And I'll get into that why. So yeah, it's another bleed build, obviously. This one is very different to the ones I've also recently uploaded. This one is going to be using the Great Sword. And mainly the Ash of War isn't supposed to do what it's doing. It's a magic Ash of War that can also proc bleed, but it's in the standard attack Ash of Wars, not the magic attacks. I know that doesn't really make sense right now, and I'll get into why that doesn't actually make any sense. So as you can see in the gameplay right now, we're just going to use our buffs, and then we're going to go into any boss fight really, and we're just going to keep trading off our Ash of Wars. Doesn't even matter really if we get hit, or if we do get hit hard enough, we do have to heal. But we're basically just going to go ahead and just spam the Ash of War. Spinning and causing physical and bleed damage will absolutely rip apart any boss that does come in contact with it, or really just any enemy. It is a very powerful bleed build, one of the stronger ones I have actually seen in Elden Ring. Let's go ahead and talk about what we need and how to sort this out. So of course, as any other build in the DLC, in our Shadow Realm Blessing, you want to have the Scatter Tree Blessing as high as possible. This will actually make you cause more damage inside the Shadow Realm. So the higher, the better. Mine isn't maxed out right now, it's at 20, but try get it as high as you can. Next up, our spells are what we're going to be using for buffs. Now, you're going to be using Flame Grant Me Strength, Golden Vow, or Howl of Shabriri. All are great buffs. Well, I like to go with Golden Vow and Grant Me Strength. Now, for our physic, we are going to be using the Opaline Hard tier and also the Thorny Cracked tier. These just work great together with this build. You're going to get the consecutive attacks that grow stronger every time because we are going to be doing that. And also, we're going to get our damage negation right here. Now, in terms of gear, we are going to be using the Great Sword, okay? And we're also going to be using a dagger with Golden Vow if you want to proc Golden Vow using the dagger. And yeah, that's a good choice. Now, the armor, the Rakshasa's helm, each helmet will actually give you a boost in damage. Now, I think altogether, the entire set will give you like a 15% boost in damage. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a great armor set, both for PvP and for PvE. Next up is our talismans, the Lord of Blood's Exaltation, the Shard of Alexander, the Rotten Sword Insignia, and also the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman are all going to work absolutely great with this build. Obviously, all of these three here is going to work great with our successive attacks and our bleed damage output. And also, this is just going to help us to not die. And that is pretty much it for their gear. Now, let's have a look at the Ash of War. So the Ash of War we're going to be using is obviously on the Great Sword itself, and it's this one right here, called the Spinning Gravity Thrust. So the Ash of War we're going to be using is this one here, the Spinning Gravity Thrust. Now, it's a magic-based Ash of War that you can also make it go to pretty much magic, fire, flame art, lightning, sacred poison, and bleed cold. Now, this isn't... It's not supposed to do that considering it's a magic style Ash of War. As you can see, it's all the way up here with all the standard attacks. For example, the Savage Lion Claw, you have the Stamp, all of these are standard attacks. But if you go all the way down, here we have the normal magic attacks. So for example, if we're going to use another purple one just like the one that we're currently using, this only has these. But if you go to the same style of Ash of War that we're using now, this one has exactly what we need, and it's quite strange, but let me tell you, it's very powerful. And that is pretty much it. That is how we do this build. Now, we're going to use the physic. I'm going to just do Mesmer one more time. We're going to use Golden Vow, and we're also going to use Flame Grant Me Strength, activating all our buffs, and then we're just going to go in. Now, obviously, more higher Scatter Tree is going to cause more damage, but overall, you should be just fine killing pretty much any boss, especially the final one. And yeah, you just go ahead and just trade off as many attacks as you possibly can. Now, don't worry, like I said, if you do get hit, activating the second stage, you can go ahead and heal right now. And you can go ahead and just dodge pretty much any attack that you do get at you. And just go in for more attacks. Now, I don't want to actually kill Mesmer. And he's dead. Damn it. I actually did not want to kill him. Oh, well, that was easy. So if you want the Ash of War, you're gonna have to come down here to the Shadowkeep back gate and kill Commander Gaius. I know he's probably one of the more difficult bosses in the game, but that is how you get it, from his remembrance. To get this full armor set, what you need to do is go into your map and make your way down here into the Eastern Nameless Mausoleum. And overall, that's how you create this build. It's a very, very strong build. So that's pretty much it for this build. Hopefully, it's gonna give you guys a bit type of different playstyle, and hopefully you'll be able to kill some bosses that you couldn't have before, because Radahn is very tough, but this build just makes him easy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.